So imagine paying $6,000 for your husband of 7 years to go on vacation, only to find out that he went on vacation with your friend. Now, the only way you found out that he was on vacation with your friend is because they were in a motorcycle accident.
Questioned you. And I was like, no, I have somebody else. And she was like, well, who's gonna be there? And I'm like, a doula? Like, I'm like paying somebody to like be in the hospital with me.
Men will trick you, lie to you, tell you everything you want to hear. I love you, all of that to get what they want. Okay? And they have no remorse, no shame. They don't care.
A bit of a breakdown. I just got home. I feel like I was like so like angry, and I like went through the anger thing, and I was just like so fucking sad, and I'm like so hurt. And I feel like so betrayed, and I feel so stupid. Like I'm so fucking mad, and I'm so sad, and I'm so angry. And I'm so angry that like they need to go live their life. And my life is ruined. And now I have these 2 kids to take care of. So I had a baby doctor appointment, and it was a different doctor than I normally see. And she was like, I don't know, she was like very like thorough in her questioning. Like she was asking me about like pediatricians and stuff for like when the new baby comes. And then she's like, is dad gonna be there in this delivery room? And I was like, no. But I wasn't crying. I was just like, no. And she was like, is dad going to be with your 5-year-old? This is just like the normal doctor. Like they don't normally question you. And I was like, no, I have somebody else. And she was like, well, who's gonna be there? And I'm like, a doula? Like I'm like paying somebody to like be in the hospital with me, so I'm not alone. And she's like, so is the dad not involved? And like all this stuff. And I'm like, no, the dad's actually in Mexico fucking somebody. In winter school, they need me to get a protective order against Chris, so that he can't contact her in school. And I go there, and I go to the courthouse, like I drive all the way there, and it's like right after the baby appointment, and I get the protective order, and the lady's like in this room, and she's like, oh, what's his name? And I was just like, I can't do this. And I like stood up and left. I was like, can I just do the paperwork at home if I decide to do it? Because as much as like I fucking hate him, if I got a protective order against him because he's a habitual offender because he was in jail, like he'll get arrested and he could go to jail for 15 years. And it's like, I don't want that. Like, even though you ruined my life, like even though everything is like so fucked up, and like you get to go fucking fuck somebody in fucking Mexico and go on any trip you want and like do anything you want. I still don't want you to go to jail. And it's like, I just don't want you in my life. I don't want you in my kids' lives. Like, I fucking hate you. I hate you. But at the same time, it's like, and like, I could be fucking bitter and say, like, I have 2 kids now that I have to take care of. Like, I can't date. When am I gonna have kids in my house with my 2 daughters? I'm gonna, like, have a boyfriend in my house with my kids, my daughter who can't fucking talk? Like, no. It's like, you guys are going, live your fucking life. I'm like, I have him blocked everywhere. I don't even like know his number at this point. And I unblocked his number and I called him, he didn't answer. But I called him because I wanted to say, like, look, I don't want to get a protective order against you. I just don't want you to come to my house. I don't want you to go to the girls' school. I don't want you to, like, just come near us. Like, I'm just, I'm afraid he's gonna break into my house and kill me and take Winter and take the baby. It's like, why did I pick this person to have a baby with? Twice. And it's like, they don't feel bad. They don't feel bad with it. What's also, like, so fucked up and so sad is that, like I can care about everybody. Like, even, like, strangers, like, I care about everybody. But, like, nobody cares about me. What was that? So I kind of had, like, a panic attack. So I went into TJ Maxx just so I could, like, walk around. And I wasn't driving. And I went to the bathroom and there was, like, a line. And, like, this woman was like, oh, no, you go ahead of me. And I was like, thank you. And it was, like, this random woman respected the fact that I'm pregnant more than the father of my child. Like, I just don't understand, like, how I could love this person and live with this person and this person could do this to me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. This is so sad. And you know what's even worse about that is the fact that it was her friend that did that to her. And I think it would have hurt a little bit less if it was someone outside.
Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about why I don't want to talk about my ex and the whole situation. It's like very rare to say ex, by the way, like especially like when you're pregnant. That feels real trashy. Oh God, this is like not easy. This is not easy stuff. It really isn't. First of all, I don't want anybody contacted. I really don't. I don't want my ex contacted. I don't want, honestly, any girls contacted either, because there'll be more, you know? It's like, it doesn't matter that you go after one girl. There's gonna be more girls, and good. I don't care at this point. It does not involve me. It does not affect me. It has nothing to do with my life. At first, I was in so much pain, and I wanted everybody to be in as much pain as I was. Like, I wanted everyone to be miserable, and I wanted the world to know my pain. Because the truth is that I loved this person, and he clearly didn't love me, and that is okay. This situation happening was gonna happen. It was gonna happen if it was with her or if it was with a different girl, because he didn't want to be with me and we weren't right for each other. My pride was hurt, my dignity was hurt. I was so angry that I couldn't see straight. You know, I couldn't sleep. As I would climb out of this, I would find out more things. Like, I found out that he took my nonverbal autistic daughter on Mother's Day weekend with him to go visit another woman and her children. And that weekend I was at home sick in bed because of being pregnant. And that was like so disgusting and awful to hear, that I wanted everyone to know that. Like, I wanted the world to get revenge for me. But the thing about hate is that it just breeds more hate, and it just breeds more anger, and it just breeds more awfulness. And this has already been like a really difficult pregnancy, and I don't want the end of my pregnancy to be remembered in this way. Not that I want to be Khloe Kardashian, but I feel like I always thought Khloe Kardashian was this doormat because of all of like the cheating stuff with Tristan, because she let him back and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that I'm getting back with my ex, but I understand now the forgiveness that she was able to have for somebody who did her so wrong. Right now, I can't trust my ex with my daughter because of the Mother's Day incident, because he did that, and that betrayal is unbelievably fresh. However, she loves him and he loves her. And I want my daughter to have a father. I want both my daughters to have a father. I want them to have a good father, a stable father. And I want him to get help. And I want him to be the best version of himself. Even if it's like not with me, I want him to be the best version of himself for them. And by you guys attacking him, it's not helping. It's not helping anybody. And it truly is my fault he's being attacked. I know that. I'm not saying that that's not. The girl in the incident, I'm sure she's being attacked too, and I don't want her being attacked either. I really don't. I think that everybody has learned like a tremendous lesson in all of this. Today, Chris has surgery, so he was in a motorcycle accident. That's how I found out about everything. And today he has surgery, and if he was to pass away, or if something really bad happened to him, that would destroy me. It really would. It would destroy me because Chris wasn't just my boyfriend. And that's the thing, is that when we had a fire at our house once, and the like ambulances and stuff came, and they were like asking who everyone was, and I was like, oh, it's my boyfriend, and I was like holding my baby and stuff, and the guy kind of like did this look, and I was like, it's the father of my child. Like, when people hear boyfriend, they don't think, husband. But the truth is that we were together for 7 years. Like, this was my person. This was my person for 7 years, And, yeah, we were never married, which is good now, I guess. But this was my person. And even though moving forward, we are not going to be in a relationship, and even moving forward, like, I'm a single mom and all of that, I still care about it. And not in like a pathetic girl running back to her ex who cheated on her way, but in somebody who was in a relationship with somebody for 7 years and has 2 children with them way. If Chris wanted me to go and get him from the hospital, even though I'm pregnant, I literally would drive all night to go get him and bring him back home. Because as hurt as I am, that doesn't make me pathetic in any way. It makes me the bigger person because I love him and he is my family. And I don't want him to be hurt, and I don't want this girl to be hurt anymore, and I don't want to hurt anymore. I just want everyone to move on with their lives and be okay. And be also, as much as I'm always like, I'm a bad bitch and I can do everything myself, I can't do everything myself, and having a special needs child is really difficult. It's unbelievably difficult, and I'm about to have another baby, and I want the best for both of my children, and I can't do everything on my own. And as hurt as I am by what Chris has done, he still is the father of my children, and I would love for someday for us to have a good co-parenting relationship. And honestly, it hurts me to even say this or like think about him with anybody else. Like, it makes me like wanna baby. I really do hope that someday we're able to co-parent and co-parent normally, you know, and co-parent in a civil way, and maybe even be friends, you know, maybe even be like, hey, you can come over for dinner or something. I don't know. All I do know is that I want what is best for my children. I don't care about myself. I really don't at this stage. Like, I was so hurt. Like, I just kept thinking about the fact that he had sex with someone else. And like, the fact that he had sex with someone else was the driving force of my pain and my sadness. Because like, the thought of him having sex with someone else is so disturbing and so heartbreaking to me. But I have children. My daughter has always come first to me. Like, that's literally not even saying like the least of it. Like, she has come first in my life more than anybody will ever know. And that's not stopping now, you know? And my new daughter, she's gonna also come first. They're gonna be my top priority, not my relationship with, you know, their father and how hurt I am about that and anything. And I can't control what anyone else does. I can only control what I do, and I can only control how I feel. And I'm gonna take the high road instead of taking the low road.
So big pregnant, this lady probably went to her baby shower, came to her house, helped her set up her, depending on how close they were, right? Help her set up the nursery for her kid, only for her to go on vacation with her husband, with that lady's husband, while she paid. First of all, why did you pay for the vacation? I'm so confused, because I'm just wondering, like, are we just going out here, we're just out here just paying for men's vacation nowadays? Am I looking at the world differently? Because I couldn't imagine myself paying for a men's vacation. It's just, to me, it would make me less of a woman. It made me less of a woman, at least in my eyes, to pay for another man's vacation, right? And as you being this big pregnant, maybe she did plan the vacation with her man, but since she's so pregnant and so exhausted, maybe she decided, okay, well, you go and have fun. I will stay home. But for this man to take her friend on that vacation, it's God. I think it was God looking out for this lady, because she ended up finding out about them after they got into a car accident, and he never even told her. He probably called her saying, hey honey, I got into a car accident or a motorcycle accident in Mexico, and never even told her who was on this motorcycle accident with him. And you know what? I hope that I hope everything is okay and they make it out fine out of this whole thing. But I say good for her. Good for the lady who actually got into the motorcycle accident, because what the heck, girl? What the heck? That's your friend. When people are embarrassed, I mean, y'all never stop to amaze me, because how are you okay helping your friend's man cheat with you? So you're basically cheating with your friend's man while she's big pregnant. And you know what is so bad? Because I have seen this before, where the woman will be like the godmom of the child, and she's literally like cheating with the person's partner. And the whole time, the person who's pregnant is trusting them to be the godmom of this child that they're about to welcome into the world. I cannot imagine. Some people just do not care. They do not care. Like, I don't know if I would ever have the guts to actually be dealing with my friend's man right under their nose. I just don't know. I don't think I could ever be serious enough to stand in this person's face and talk to them. Granted, I was seeing someone who was my friend's brother, and even then I couldn't even, like, continue the relationship, because I had to see his sister all the time. And I knew that, when I did find out that he was married, I didn't know. I didn't know. He did not tell me this until, like, I did not find out, because he lied and said that he was single, right? He was divorced. But anyways, once I find out that, I was so embarrassed. Well, not that bad. I wasn't really that embarrassed, but just know it looked bad on my part, because I was friend with his sister, and she was still she's very cool with the wife, and they were still in a full on marriage until I found out. And this man still was after me, even after I found out that he was still married to his wife, right? And I just couldn't look at his sister in the face and deal with her and go out partying and stuff with her, because now in my head I'm thinking this heifer could put some in my drinks, because I'm like messing with her brothers. I'm messing with her brother, who also has a wife and is also, have two children, and those kids are not little kids, they're like adults, so they've been together forever. So she known this lady for a long time, and she's damn near family at this point. You know what I mean? I mean, really, she is, because she have the last name. But I couldn't go out with her anymore. I think it's, some days, once in a while, I do have morals and stuff, and I do have a heart. But I just could imagine that this lady was smiling in her friend's face, probably helping her pick clothing for her child that she's about to give birth to, only for her to be sleeping with her husband this whole time. Yo, this world is crazy. I feel so bad for her, because the way she was crying and all that. And imagine, this man is not even a looker. He's not even all that great looking. Please imagine trying to cheat on me with my own friend. That lady is not your friend. That lady is not your friend. And this man is not that cute for him to, be doing all of that. Please calm down, sir. And that's the thing with a lot of men. You prop them up, and they get so big headed with all that ego in their head, and they just assume that they're just all that good. It's never that serious. Nah. I'm sorry. That man did not look that great for him to be cheating on her with her best friend. And he thought he was like up there because he was able to bag both of them. Right? Anyways, that was not your friend, honey. And I felt so bad, because that lady looked like she was tired. She was done with it. And for her to pay that money to send him on vacation, only for him to cheat on her with her best friend or her friend, is already embarrassed enough. And for her to find that out through a GoFundMe that the lady's family put up, her husband didn't even have the guts, or her man didn't even have the guts to come and tell her this after the accident happened. She had to find out through a GoFundMe post. Imagine that. Imagine being embarrassed that much by that, and then your man couldn't even look at you in the face. Most men aren't even men anymore. Like, you don't even have the balls to even tell her, like, yo, I was doing this, and your friend is with me, and we both got into this accident together. Oh my God. Just thinking about it make my head hurt. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine the level of stress that this lady was in while pregnant. The level of stress. I cannot. Anyways, guys, go ahead and click anywhere on the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.